Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Shout out to you amazing deep divers of planet Earth. How you feeling today? We're in the gold room and I've got a message for you. But first, let's breathe and get high. Let's go. We're getting high right now off that good ass prana. Deep divers, I said let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. Raising the vibration. Sprinkling that good ass energy on you right now, deep divers. Take that, take that, take that, take that. So, deep divers, how you feeling today? Become your greatest version. That's how we're feeling today, deep divers, right? And becoming your greatest version is actually linked to your future self. And I always say, do something today that your future self will thank you for, right? So we're going to talk about your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. This information will blow your mind, deep divers. I want everyone to hit that like button if you support the real. Hit that like button if you support the real, deep divers, because we got a whole lot to talk about. If you're watching this video, this is your confirmation that you are enough. Deep divers, and you have enough, and you do enough. I want you to give yourself a round of applause for being so awesome. Okay, you can stop right now, deep divers. Look, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. It's so good to see, deep divers, so many people on the quest to become their greatest version. And I'm here to help you do that. And I realize that I literally pinch myself, deep divers, to say, oh my gosh, I'm still here after all these years. And it was because I was planting the seeds that my future self will thank me for. What? Slow motion. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So wonderful, deep divers. Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. Become your greatest version. Look, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. Now, start sacrificing. That's right. Start sacrificing, deep divers. Say no to that Big Mac chicken nuggets and start fasting. Do you know where the expression came from? What expression, Ralph? We ain't even had breakfast yet. Do you know where that came from, deep divers? It came from, well, we ain't even had breakfast yet. Like literally, haven't even had breakfast yet. When I say that, I'm not just saying it. It's because I really haven't had breakfast yet. I told you I'm fasting, right? There's a Zen proverb, and it goes like this, deep divers. No work, no food. No work, no food. No work, no food. That was now ingrained in my mind. And many years ago, I started to do that. I started to say, okay, instead of just waking up with a whole papaya in my mouth or watermelon or delicious smoothie, I had to start doing some work first. So I said, okay, we ain't even had breakfast yet. And once I completed that work, then I could wake up with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth, right? So remind yourself, deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start sacrificing today for a better reality tomorrow. Sacrifice your weekends. No, I know. Nobody wants to do that. It's Saturday, it's Sunday, you want to party, you want to turn up. I don't blame you. I'm the same way. But I learned, deep divers, many years ago that, you see, miracles happen on the weekend. Let me repeat that. I said miracles happen on the weekend, not during the week. Start working on the weekends because you're going to need time. You're going to need time how to figure that out. And that's what I started to do. I said, wait a second. Everyone's just having a good time on the weekends. And I'm like, okay, I got to start sacrificing. I got to start doing the work right now on the weekends. And let me see if that brings me anything. And it did. And my future self is now thanking me for all those weekends I sacrificed. I could have been in the club. I could have been with the cat down the road somewhere in Hawaii. But I know, no, deep divers, I was in the heart of nature. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. And now I'm living my best life. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's amazing, deep divers. You should try it, right? So sacrifice. Sometimes You got to let something go that you think is good for what the universe knows is even better for you. Oh, I like that. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. Don't give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. Like Ralph Smart never gives up on himself. Ralph Smart never gives up on himself. You know why? Because I realize, deep divers, I'm not finished. No, I'm just getting started. You got to remind yourself, deep divers. I see so many people, they start, then they stop. They quit way too soon and throw in the towel just when the miracle is about to happen. Your future self will thank you if you can hang in there just that little bit longer, deep divers, that little bit longer. Hold on, because it's about to get real good. Like, I noticed that, deep divers, a lot of people were quitting along my early journey just before it was about to start getting really good. I'm like, I wish you were here. And it happens to all of us sometimes. We just quit way too soon. We forget that the miracle happens the exact moment you want to quit. You got to hang in there. And your future self will thank you, deep divers, if you can have resilience, perseverance. Okay? Look, every single day, deep divers, I'm doing hard stuff. I'm like, okay, let me learn Cinema 4D. Let me learn something really hard. Let me read a new book that's really gonna help me dive deeper, right? Let me do something I don't know how to do. Let me, pass me that Rubik's Cube over there, cat down the road. Let me find out how to do that right now. Let me do this jigsaw puzzle that's like 10,000 pieces. I do some really hard stuff, deep divers, every single day, and my future self is thanking me. You know why? Because growth happens in discomfort. I'm always uncomfortable, deep divers. And that's how I grow. There are so many people who are like, no, I know everything. I don't need to learn anything. And you're still stuck. Your future self will thank you if you are doing some hard shit today. Not taking one, literally. Don't do that, deep divers. But just doing something that's really hard. Testing yourself, challenging yourself. Your future self will thank you. Deep divers is boot camp right now. You are in boot camp. If you are in boot camp every single day, your future self will thank you. You know why? Because you see, so many people want to go to heaven, but no one's willing to die. Slow motion. And heaven being a metaphor for your best life, you're going to have to die first, deep divers. You're going to have to say, you know what? I'm going to have to suffer, grind, and then I'm going to be living in paradise. And that's me right now. I had to go through the tunnel. Oh, you don't want to go through the tunnel, deep divers. It's dark and scary down there. Not even the cat down the road goes down there, but it's worth it. When you come out of the other side, you'll be like smiling. The sun is shining on your face. It's beautiful. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. Start investing in yourself. That's right. Start investing in your personal development. Like literally, deep divers, there are people who I mentor, who I do one-to-one consultations with. And these are people who invest in their personal development. And this is what your future self will thank you for. Along my early journey, I was reading books, Napoleon Hill, Think Rich, Grow Rich. I was reminding myself to expand my mind. And you've got to do this, because your future self will thank you for that. When you say, you know what, I'm going to invest in becoming my greatest version. I need all the tools I can have in my hands right now to get there, to do that. Okay. And just watch how great things happen for you. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. Look, rekindle your childhood passions, hobbies, desires. Like, what were you doing as a child, deep divers? Why did you stop doing that? Don't you know that that's when you were the most happy? So I've been skating since I was 13. I was inspired by Rodney Mullen, all of these people, the goats of skateboarding. And I still skate. Deep divers. I still skate after all these years. And this is really what keeps me young. People say, Ralph, gosh, you look 21. And I'm like, I am 21. Don't worry about it. Right? So rekindle your childhood qualities, okay? And great things will happen for you. Deep divers, look, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. When you remind yourself, deep divers, that you're going to have to be brave. You are going to have to be brave because the universe reveals its secrets to those who are daring to follow their hearts. And your future self will thank you when everyone's saying, hey, don't do that, don't do this. Your future self will thank you. If you can learn, deep divers, to be brave today, your future self will thank you. Every single day, remind yourself that your future self is wanting you to take that leap of faith. Your future self is daring you to do it because it knows you're going to reap the benefits and the rewards. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. Be that person. Don't just look for that person. Ladies, fellas, how many of you are looking for the perfect person but aren't the perfect person themselves? Too many of y'all. Look, my future self is now thanking me because I had to be that person, deep divers, and great things happen. Take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, what do I need to work on? And your future self will thank you. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. When you remind yourself, deep divers, you want to invest in superfoods heavy. Okay, I'm talking about your greens. I'm talking about your fruits, your vegetables, your juicing. You're doing that, your smoothies. You got that on lock. Your future self is going to thank you because health is wealth. Every 35 days, your body makes new cells from the foods you are eating. You are literally what you eat. You are what you eat, deep divers. I wake up every single day with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth and a coconut on the side. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. When you don't only talk about it, but when you are being about it, your future self will thank you. When you realize, deep divers, that actually it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. There are going to be times when you want to quit. But your future self will thank you if you remind yourself why you started and realize that something better is coming down the pipeline. Your future self will thank you for not beating up yourself because you made a mistake. But by believing in yourself, you come to realize that actually you can become stronger in that process, and your future self will thank you for that. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. When you switch off your phone from time to time to say, you know what, let me take a break from my phone and let me connect with myself. There's no Wi-Fi here, deep divers, but I swear there's a better connection in here. Your DNA is a biological internet. You don't need a phone all the time. You don't have to sleep with it. Deep divers, turn that thing off. Even the cat down the road is saying, turn it off. And your future self will thank you because now you got a better headspace. You can actually connect within. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today, taking that big trip. Take that big trip. Deep divers, travel. I've been to over 50 countries. And every year I'm traveling to a whole new location, and my future self is thanking me because it's like, Ralph, gosh, I can't believe you went there. Like, I've been to remote places all around the world, deep divers. I was in Dahab, the Red Sea. I met these people who were living off grid. They're like, oh my gosh, come into our house. I'm like, wow, people live like this? Cool. Your future self will thank you for that. When you are collecting moments and not things, your future self will thank you. Deep divers, your future self will thank you when you start doing this today. When you take that big risk, when you realize that actually the only way to miss is to not shoot. And there are so many people who have so much potential, so much energy, but they don't do anything with it. And for me, I take that calculated risk every single day. I say, you know what? What if it works? And I imagine it all working out for me. And then it all works out for me. But I have to take a risk. And it's always a gamble. Life is a gamble. But if you don't do anything, you'll always have what you've always had, deep divers. So put some chips on the table and start taking that risk and say, you know what? Just imagine if it does work out though. And have this pronoia, your future self will thank you. Deep divers, I want to remind you that we're all on a journey. We are all on a journey to become our greatest versions. And our future self starts thanking us every single day when we are planting the seeds that it can eat from. Woo! I want everyone to hit that like button if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button if you support the real. Share this video, subscribe. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers, let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out the #1 best-selling book, Deep Divers, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the Bible of becoming your greatest version. And guess what? Feel Alive Part 2 is coming out, Deep Divers. Oh, you're going to love it. Also, check out the latest new book, The Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. And go and get the good ass prana shirts, Deep Divers, for men, women, children, even cats down the road at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing? Well, go and buy some. Deep Divers, do something today that your future self will thank you for. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. One love. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You. Once again, deep divers, hit that like button if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button if you support the real, and leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. And let me know what you're doing today that your future self will thank you for. Deep divers, the cat down the road loves you. One love. Peace.